Hi guys, GameTalk Ajax Heracles 3-0, easy win. So Sahbi, I want to ask you something, right? What are you most happy about? That we won 3-0, that Taylor scored his first goal, that PSV lost points. What is it for you? What's the ultimate thing for you? Or is it everything?
I mean, of course, we won the game, but I was really happy about the way we played. I mean, we were playing a really attractive football, high ball tempo, positional changes all through the game, and that made me very, very happy. Like we are ready to compete with any team that comes to play against us. So yeah, I'm quite happy.
So what stood out for you in this game? What are some things you want to highlight?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I mean, the high ball tempo was superior. I mean, we were superior during the whole game, especially the first half. Yeah, we took them by the throat, and we never let go. So and that's something that made me really proud today. We had some changes in the lineup, but yeah, nonetheless, we had certain players who really stood out in the first half. We had Berghuis, who did a terrific job in the first half. Klaassen, who really surprised me during the first half, but eventually he played more as a 10 than in a 6/8 position.
Yeah.
So he did well. But yeah.
By the way, this is not the first time we're seeing Berghuis playing deeper, right? So this is, I think this is the second time we've seen this, and it suits him. It seems to suit him in the playing style of Ajax. How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, it also had to do with the fact that Klaassen went a lot into the penalty area to be more dangerous. I mean, that's his trademark, so to say. So I think it suits Berghuis when we play in such tactic. And I mean, we saw Heracles. They play really defensive football. They try to attack through their wings with fast players, but yeah, they didn't do anything at all. And basically because of our high pressure, the moments where we literally lost the ball, we conquered it again within seconds. So yeah, it made me think about the 18-19 season where we conquered the ball so easily. We pressured the whole game. It was terrific. But I need to mention Timber as well. He really reminds me of Rijkaard. The way he plays, the way he moves up to midfield. He's more of a playmaker in defense, and yeah, he was really terrific today.
Yeah, who wasn't terrific actually? It's very hard, you know, because a lot of players played very well today. Right?
Yeah, a lot of players. I think Alvarez could do a bit better.
But you know what? Alvarez already got a card after 5 minutes, a yellow card, which is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I was a bit surprised Tenach didn't sub him. I mean, he came back from injury, he had a yellow card, and we have a player like Karud on the bench. It was a weird decision to keep him on the pitch.
Maybe he's being extra careful with Kudus, but somebody else came in. Taylor came in.
Wow, Taylor was. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed that goal. We all know that Taylor is being criticized recently by a lot of fans because he wasn't able to cope with the level that Ajax seeks. Eventually, according to those fans.
How do you see? How do you?
No, I was opting for him playing in midfield in the starting lineup. I mean, he's a great talent, and of course, if he doesn't get any playing time, he's not able to show himself. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
he's still 19, by the way. He's still 19.
Still 19, and I think he's a terrific footballer. And I mean, there was so much anger in that goal. Did you see that shot?
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much anger. Like he was so relieved with that goal, and I really enjoyed that, and really happy for him. Hopefully, this is the start of something special.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I hope for him as well. Look, at the end of the day, a lot of players, they were good. The bench players that came in, there are some scares in terms of injuries. How do you, I mean, it's hard to predict, but do you think Masra, Berghuis looked a little bit, like coming off as well? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's just a minor thing, or Do you see it differently?
I mean, with Berghuis, we already know that he gets subbed every game almost. So I don't think it's something really severe on his side. With Mas, it's difficult to say. He really had a knock from Sierhuis.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's more a precaution that he was subbed. I don't think it's really serious. We all know him. He gets easily injured, so perhaps it's something that Ten Hag thought about and something because they were already discussing on the sideline, and maybe that was a decision for Ten Hag to get him out.
Yeah. Look, I want to touch upon this because we could hear this in the stadium as well. Every time Tagliafico got the ball, stadium went loud, basically, which is nice. You know, it's kind of a, you know, like a support to him as well.
Yeah.
Like, we love him, we want him to stay, and we appreciate him and everything. And he knows because he reacted to that as well. Overall, also not so far how he played today, but in general, the whole situation with Tagliafico. I spoke earlier, of course, with Ajax about this, but what is your point of view on the whole situation on Tagliafico?
Well, I mean, we all know Tagliafico. He is a great player. He's a loyal player. But at first, we need to look at club level and then the player. No player is bigger than a club. We saw that we already searched for a left back in this last transfer window. So if we have found someone who could cope with the level of Ajax, we would easily let Nico go. It didn't happen, so yeah, we should. It's normal that we kept him on his contract and stay at least for the remaining 6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with Ten Hag on this.
Yeah. Look, looking forward, right? We got 3 points. We know PSV lost yesterday to AZ. We know Schmidt also said that he might be leaving, or he will leave.
He will leave, yeah.
Season. Do you think it's a smart thing of Schmidt or PSV to already say that mid-season already that he's leaving at the end? And do you think it's an easy ride for Ajax right now, or should we be cautious? You know, not to, we should be concentrated, focused each game, because we played against Heracles today. Don't forget, we lost points against them when we played there. Next week, we will play Twente. We also lost points to Twente in the early stages of the season. But before we have to go to the quarterfinals of the KNVB, are we looking at, how do you look at it right now? Is it like Ajax is just strong and it's going to show, or is it no, we have to be focused every game is the final? And there's no room for complacency.
No, we should be focused. Obviously, we should be focused every game, especially if we play against teams that play their counterattack against us. We need to stay focused and see every game as a final. We need to win the league to play Champions League, so we can't take any chances or something in the upcoming games. And with regards to Schmidt, I think it's a very stupid decision to mention that so early that he would leave at the end of the season. We also at this game, and I think the upcoming games, it will be very difficult for PSV to keep confidence, and play the way they want to play. We already saw that last season when the current trainer of Feyenoord, who was the trainer of AZ, when he said that he was going to sign with Feyenoord, how did AZ play? How did AZ got their results? It was terrible.
Yeah,
so,
the difference is they switched their trainers immediately because they let Slot go and they got.
Okay, but at the end, it's like he. If a current
you're talking in general. It's not a smart thing mid-season to do something like that. Okay.
No, at least not to mention that. Keep it internal and don't mention this to the outside world, because otherwise, this happens. And
True.
the players were really flabbergasted with the way Schmidt told them this news.
Yeah. Okay, back to Ajax, which is much more important.
Exactly.
Your man of the match today. Which one? It was difficult, perhaps, but which one is for you the man of the match?
It was difficult. I was hesitating between Tadic and Klaassen, and at the end, I stood with Tadic. Sorry.
Okay, despite
missing the way he played. Sorry.
Despite missing the penalty.
despite missing the penalty, I mean, I gave him an 8. If he scored that penalty, it would have been a 9. I mean, he was so dangerous on the left wing. He had so many. I mean, he had another assist with the goal of Haller. I mean, soon he will break that record of the most assists in a year.
Yeah.
He's doing terrific. He was a leader. As usual, he kept his level.
Yeah. Look, I just want to round off basically this talk. I have one question, something I didn't understand, but maybe you do. So all the subs made sense to me, more or less, except for one.
Not all of it.
You get off, yeah, you sub off Anthony, which I understand, but then you place Danilo as a right winger. And Ten Hag has been saying 3 times already, at least 3 times this season, he's the best finisher in the box. If he's the best finisher in the box, why do you put him as a right winger? I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, and a good question. I mean, they were changing a lot. We also saw Haller on the right wing where he tried to surpass a defender, which didn't work out. I mean, you have two attackers who basically almost play the same. So it was a bad move to substitute Danilo and put him on the right wing, or Haller then put him on the right wing. It's a weird decision. I don't understand that as well.
Do you think he's experimenting? He's trying something new? Because
no, I don't think so.
You think try something new, right?
Yeah, I mean, but we already have wingers. We have Van Axeldongen, we have Darami, we have a sufficient winger. So I don't know why he would try this. As I said, I would rather have Kudus play his minutes in the second half, and some Alvarez.
Yeah, but again, maybe he's careful with the Kudus.
Yeah, but at least give him some minutes, even if it would have been 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Give him those minutes, because these are the type of games that you want to play.
Exactly.
You're 2-0 up, 3-0 up. Give him those minutes.
All right, clear. Look, I just saw you're wearing the Bob Marley shirt. Today is Bob Marley birthday, basically, remembered. And yeah, I honestly thought today we might also play in the Bob Marley shirt, but we just played with our home jersey. So I was a bit surprised about that, but good to know that you didn't forget.
No, of course not. But I mean, probably there are regulations where you need to play with your home shirt.
Could be.
Otherwise, they would have definitely played with this one.